Yes, people. Welcome to Saeed TV and welcome back to Rivals Talk. We are back again with another video, man. You guys enjoy this video. So we're always here, man. Tuesday, 6 p.m. We got a full house today. You get me? Before I introduce Fuad, we got my like Grizz, fresh t-shirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that Palestine t-shirt? Free Palestine.
You know how we do, man. Come on. You know
That's
how we do.
that's how we roll, bro. That's how we roll. But if it all good, Grizz?
Everything's all good, man. I just don't understand your fan base, man.
Yeah, listen, we'll touch on it, man.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
you with
touch
the
upon
Twitter,
it.
man.
But if I'm looking at down at my phone, you know I'm beefing it out on Twitter with a United fan. So forgive me if I sometimes my concentration wavers. I try not to, but
Yeah,
the funny thing is, no man, we get into it.
yeah, we'll get into it. We got man like Fuad, man. Good to see you, bro, man. You're gonna give us some props for Malacia, the Dutch left back. You know what I'm saying? What are you telling me, bro? You good?
Bro, good man. Sorry I missed the last couple of weeks, bro. I've been busy with work and shit, but
Come on, man.
we're
It's all
here.
good.
We're here this week. You know what I mean?
We're here, man. I feel all good though.
All blessed, bro. Can't complain. We've been busy in the market, you know what I mean, making some signings. We'll get into it as well. But hey, man.
Yeah,
We'll get into it, bro.
yeah. We'll get into it. You know what? I want to start off with you, man, because obviously we'll get into the Ronaldo, we'll get into all that business, but we got to start off with the Malacia signed today, official. Obviously, with you with the Dutch connections, do you know much of him? And if you know of him,
To be fair,
what qualities is he bringing United?
he's kind of more come on my radar in the last, I would say, 18 months or so. And to be fair, at Feyenoord, I feel like he's just done a solid job. More last year in their kind of Conference League run towards the back end, I was really looking at him. And he impressed me, to be honest. I thought, Holland have struggled for a left wing back position for the last couple of years, to be honest. I think we've been forcing Daily Blind with a pacemaker there, basically, over the last couple of years. And he's done a good job, but Owen Wijndal hasn't really stepped up. Like the Patrick Van Aanholt was the player we was using last tournament. So it's like, if he can kind of come through and continue the form he was doing at Feyenoord in the Premier League, for me, it's a big jump. I think one thing we've seen consistently is players who've made the move from Eredivisie to the Premier League. It's very few who kind of step up to that level. For me, Suarez was maybe the last big one. Outside of that, it's been kind of Ziyech. You've had Van der Beek. You've had kind of a lot of players who, when they've come to the Premier League, it ain't fully worked out for them. So I think he's going to have that initial adaptation period. And that's where maybe Luke Shaw, if this is another kind of fire up his arse, like it was when Tellez signed, he kind of maybe needs that kind of bump in form to help him settle even. But I think it would be dangerous if you lot kind of throw him into the deep end straight away, kind of starting week out. I think ease him in, let him build. How old is he as well? I'm not even actually sure.
22, I think he is. 20, 21,
so
22.
He's still fairly young. Yeah, I thought he'd be around.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, listen, if you want to get the best out of him, for me, I think you kind of blend him in. He's got the qualities for me of a modern day fullback, what you want. Someone who gets forward, someone who wants to whip in crosses, a willing runner as well. And defensively, I don't know. That's where we'll kind of gauge his game, I guess, when he comes to the Premier League.
Absolutely. Joe Abdi saying Eid around the corner. Blessings to you guys. Yo, listen, love to everybody, man. Eid Mubarak in advance to the people, man. Hopefully this weekend. But you know what, man? I think it's end game for sure, man. I think it's time's up, man. You know what? You know why I say it's time's up? I don't think Ten Hag go and gets another left back when he's already got two at his disposal and he hasn't even seen the two. You know, I think he's looked at he's done his homework. He's seen what he's had to see, and he's thought, sure, injury prone. Tellez not physically enough to for me to survive what I want to do. Where are you on this one with Grizz? You know what I mean? Because you guys bought, I think, unknown quantity Robertson for 6 million. Obviously had a good season at Hull, but you know what I mean. This is a very very young players coming in on a low fee as well. I think it's less than 10 million. So you know what I mean. What you thinking, bro?
I think this one's more. I think this one you can compare more to Tsimikas signing.
Okay, fair enough.
So how Tsimikas came from a club in Greece where they're one of the top teams, where he's used to playing against low blocks, where he's used to having loads of the ball. Obviously, United are not on that level quite yet, but they aspire to be on that level, especially your coach wants to have possession. He wants to have ball-playing fullbacks. He's seen the light. You know, he's realized that his fallbacks are from the Stonehenge era. You know what I mean? So he's trying to change that shit. And it's a forward move. It's a good move on paper. But I pretty much agree, man, with Fuad said. From the clips that I've seen of him, and I'm not going to profess to know much about him. He's one of the 13, 14 players in Europe that I don't know about. So, you know,
I like that. It's good. It's good.
so I'm not there. So I don't know much about him. But from the clips,
But my point there, though, about him having two
yeah,
left backs and to now bringing him.
Yeah, if you're going to persist with Shaw, like you think you will, and this guy's going to be the backup, and then hopefully improve Shaw's performance as a result, then you can't go wrong. What, 8 million or something like that? 8 million? Then you can't go wrong. But it's one of those very, very low risk signing, low flow fee, low risk. But if he turns out to be a gem and he displaces or replaces, I should say, Shaw, then you're onto a winner. So I think it's one of those signings that you should just be quietly comfortable with. It's no big deal. It's no massive deal. If he turns out to be a flop, you'll have to go again. So, but at 7 million, it's one of those ones. Look, even if he boosts Shaw's performance, then we're on to a winner. It's one of them ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I think it's one of them. We have to wait and see with this one. No pressure with that kind of signing. But listen, people, make sure over 400 of you here, 8 minutes in. Make sure you guys follow these guys' two channel, Grizz Khan TV and Fuad Kodani. People, link is in the description. Make sure you follow them. We're all supporting everyone out here. So people, make sure you do that, and also just get the likes up once you can. But we have to start with a big topic, man. Jorge Mendes is offering Ronaldo out to everybody. Fuad, you know what I mean? Ronaldo wants to go. People are saying it's ambition. I don't think it's ambition. I think it's just him thinking, you know, not in terms of Man United, but him own self, that he wants to still win trophies. Him thinking that he would win trophies at Man United, I don't know what he was thinking of anyway. But where are you on this with this whole Ronaldo situation?
It's a sad situation, bruv. Like this. Yep. And the thing is for me, what's the sad part about it is seeing a lot of the United fans' reactions and saying, oh, yeah, he can go if he wants to. Oh, do you know what? We don't care. Myrtle, come get him out. Like, I'm like, bruv, you lot were all linking up in the hundreds and suing in car parks just a few months ago. What happened? Like, where did it all go wrong? I thought he was kind of like the one saving grace in your season last year. Like, I thought he was the one when everything was going south. Oh, he's the problem now, yeah? And now it's like, we can't wait to get rid of him. In all honesty, and the thing is United haven't made a lot of signings in order to be saying, yeah, we can move on.
True.
Type of thing. So I'm like, I don't understand where this kind of level of ungratefulness has come from for me. But listen, it's the reality of the situation as well. It's Ronaldo's 37. He come back last season, which, in all honesty, I said last year as well, he should have taken that City move and said, forget the United thing. It's about my legacy. Messi's going PSG and trying to further his legacy. If that was a competition there, cool. I'm going City. Forget it. But listen, Fergie, Rio, they all pulled on the heartstrings, and he thought, yo, do you know what? Let me go and be the savior. Bro, ain't no saving a sinking ship. And now it's like 12 months later, you can see the sinking ship that it is, basically. And he wants out, bruv. I don't blame him at all, bruv. I imagine Ten Hag will probably want to keep him, use his experience, use his goal scoring ability, but I don't know. I think if Ronaldo's one of those players, once he says he wants out, he's out, bro. You saw it at Juve.
Exactly.
Before you knew it, 2-3 weeks he was at the door. So it's not for me. The issue becomes now: where does Ronaldo go? If this talk of Chelsea is actually true, wow, you get Lukaku out the door, and then Ronaldo's the solution. Interesting, because that's the only move I've heard so far.
I think Jorge Mendes,
Hey, let's talk.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, I mean, I don't think Bayern Munich will get in there because they're on for Ligt, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But Grizz, man, you've been active on the socials today. Before you delve into that, I want you to get your opinion on as to why Ronaldo is leaving. My own personal opinion is that he wants to win trophies. I have no qualms about that. He wants to win trophies, and he thinks he's still at the level where he can win trophies. Where are you on this in terms of why Ronaldo wants to leave? Is it lack of ambition? Is it just his own ego? What is it?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one. I don't know exactly, but from what we know of Ronaldo, and the only evidence we have is looking at Ronaldo last few seasons, whatnot. I think it's about himself. Now, whether I mean by himself in terms of he wants to be winning trophies, or he wants to be scoring more goals, or he wants to be involved with better players around him, it's about him. Regardless of which one of those it is, it's about him. It's not for, and this was what my tweet triggered so many United fans and some non-United fans. I got one brother, shout out Hassan Kareem. And I mean, he's been on my channel, so you know, I mean, he won't mind me calling him out because that would drag him onto my channel again because I'm calling him out. But,
Yeah.
but he's a Real Madrid fan. So all
Okay.
I said was, so I get where the angle is because he was at Madrid. I've just clocked on. Silly me. I was thinking, why is a Madrid fan standing him so much? So I said, is this how a legend behaves? I'm going to ask you two brothers. You're a United fan. Me and Fuad probably can have this conversation, and you can feel, because it's your channel. You're the boss man here. But I want to have this conversation with Fuad, and we just want to talk openly and normally. Like this guy. So forget the banter, forget the joke and the suing in the car park and all that business. Hero worship. This guy is supposed to be a club legend, and he is, and he was. Who are we to deny them their club legend? If they think he's a club legend, they think he's a club legend. He's done bits for them, right? He goes away. When he goes away, Fuad, he says, I'm treated like a slave here. Words to that effect. People are going to paraphrase me. I'll paraphrase myself, but words to that effect. I'm being held hostage here. When he wanted to go to Madrid the first time round, he goes to Madrid, wherever. Then he goes to Juve, wherever. And then to Juve, he says the same thing. In the last weeks of the window, he makes Juve panic by Moses Keane, right? By jumping ship from Juve as well. Yeah, that's what he done. They panicked and bought. They didn't want to buy Keane, right? Now he's come to United after a season. Like Saeed says, they finished second, and they won they got to the final of the Europa League or something, was it?
Yeah.
So he thought, okay, they might be in a good place. Let me go there and just take them over that edge and get them a trophy. Because if they got second in the Premier League and they got Europa League final, there must be potential there. I'm going to be the golden boy that touches it off, that touches it up and takes him to that next level. I'm just giving my opinion. These are not facts before people jump. This is my opinion. So he's gone there thinking, I'm going to glorify them, glorify myself, and Cristiano Ronaldo is the savior. He's gone there and he's realized there's a pile of shit going in over there.
Yep.
He's realized this is messy. This is fuck. Bruno Fernandes is on a different wavelength, right? He don't know me. I'm his daddy, and he's talking to me like he's a new pup. Because
he was a top dog when he came in. Yeah.
I know. He's realized that Rashford don't care about him. Harry Maguire, these mans don't care about him. They've got no respect for him. They haven't. They've got no respect for him. Splits in the camp, arguments with the owners, arguments with the coach, no respect for the coach. Ralph Ragnick, nobody cares what he's doing. It's all about what Ronaldo's actions, Ronaldo's touchline antics, where's Ronaldo playing? Is he dropped? All of that business. He thought, fuck this, I don't want this. I'm dipping again. So I don't know now if he's doing it for trophies, for his personal pride, for his personal ego. Now people are saying, I said, is that a behavior of a legend that you're 1 week away from, took up a few weeks away from the season starting, you've got a new coach on board, and you haven't communicated effectively with him what you're doing, and you're getting your agent whoring you out to different clubs. For me, that's no way a club legend behaves. Whether he rates the club or whether he doesn't rate the club, that's no way of a club legend behavior, in my opinion.
I hear that, and the thing is, listen, I'm in no position to talk about club legends wanting to leave, because Harry Kane, the way he wanted to leave last summer, he went on a golf trip with Gary Neville. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I don't know. I personally, I feel like there's a lot of broken promises on Ronaldo's end as well. I think at the start, what you was hitting when he came in and saw that promise of, yo, they finished second. All right, the gap is big, but there's still something here where they finish top four consistently. Maybe I can come and kind of be the experienced winning head. Maybe
was he naive? Was he naive in that sense?
I think it was a purely wrong emotional decision to make. He was doing the logical thing where he was gonna sign for City, and then when the man then pulled on the heartstring, Fergie, Rio, the money got offered. He was like, all right, do you know what? A reunion story. I see the young bucks. They've been trying to build something. Let me go and give them a little bit of the throwback energy type of thing. And it's gone completely flat. And as you said, the players have backfired on him. Ollie's completely, Ollie, who signed him, is gone. It's like, so there's so many things he walked in on where he thought, yo, there's potential. All of them promises have been broken. So now it's like he's left in a situation. All right, what am I actually playing for? I'm going to be basically the face of a new project under Ten Hag. You can say it's egotistical. You can say it's for his career. We know bro, Ronaldo's 37. He's not a new player. This is what Ronaldo has always been. So United can't sit there and now. And I hear you, Grizz, saying that's not how a legend acts. But this is Ronaldo. I'm sorry.
Can I just say,
he's a Madrid legend. He's a footballing legend.
He's a Madrid legend.
I agree.
Manchester United.
See that's where.
Can I come back on that point? Can I come back on that point, Grizz?
Okay, come back.
He's in his head, by the way.
Okay, come back before I forget. Come back on that point because I want to add something as well.
My thing is, a lot of United fans thinks that Ronaldo loves Man United more than he probably does. I don't think that's the case. Even when he was leaving, like there was not a case of, you know what, Manchester's my home. He went to Madrid. He did his thing over there. Like Ronaldo doesn't love Man United as he loved Fergie. I don't think he loved Man United. I'll be honest with you, people.
100%.
And that's what a lot of people don't realize. And maybe it's just a brutal honest. This is all for show. It's all kind of like, you know, this feeling of coming back or whatnot. I don't know. I personally don't know what you were thinking of you thinking that we're going to win trophies when 4 years or 5 years we've not been winning trophies. So what kind of promises Man United made? That's another story. But in this feeling that Ronaldo loves Man United, I'm sorry, man. I'm not with that story. He's a guy who's self-obsessed. And not in. And for me, I don't think that's a bad thing. If someone is self-obsessed of winning, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. It's a natural trait of a winner. A winner wants to win, and they keep on winning.
I agree with you, and I've got no issue with that. Children in the chat are not understanding that. And I'm sorry if you're not a child and that's not understanding. If you're an adult and you're not understanding, it's even worse. I'm not denying that he's about himself and whether I don't care. That's good for him. He's a champion. He's a winner.
Yeah.
Understand the point of what I said on social media. I said, in my opinion, it's no way a legend behaves and treats a club. If he wants to leave, no problem, leave. And he's every right to leave because it's a shambles. It's in disarray. I get that. But what I'm saying is you don't do it just before. You got to get this sorted. Sadio Mane, not as big as a legend as Cristiano Ronaldo, but in my eyes, he's my legend, right? Liverpool legend.
Yeah. That's fair.
It's told us in February, I ain't looking to extend. I want pastures new. No problem. Before the start of the season, way before the start of the season, straight after his last game, bang, 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 within a week, contract sorted, Bayern Munich, we got a nice little sum, gone. That's how a legend behaves.
Can I say something to you? Man United as well, though, I don't feel sorry for Man United because they should have known after 2-year contract, after 1 year, Ronaldo's going to act like this if we don't win trophies. So personally, I don't think for me, I blame Ronaldo in a sense. I blame Man United thinking that A, Ronaldo is going to stay for the 2-year contract. Never going to happen. And B, now that Man United don't have a plan for it, because now we're effed. Like we are effed because at the end of the day, I'm sorry,
unless
I'm not.
You're effed. And that's my point. Unless it's already been sorted out between themselves, behind the scenes, and we're just seeing this game in public and media, Mendes not sure where he's going, or he might even stay. If he ends up staying at United, I'm the first one that's going to have massive egg on my face because I'm going to say, oh my God, it was all sorted. This was just a play. But does it look like a play to you, brothers?
No, it doesn't. It look serious, man.
It looks serious, don't it?
I don't know, man. With Ronaldo, you never know, bruv.
You think he's going to stay?
For me,
it's the wages, though. It's the wages.
It was a mistake to sign a 2-year contract. I think if he was going to do this merry-go-round,
I personally think the only reason I think the only way he stays is if no one comes in for him.
Yeah, I know.
And that's a possibility.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I said at the end when I finished as well, I was like, yo, who's actually going to sign him? Because Chelsea is looking like the only realistic option I'm linked with. And I'm like, Chelsea just pushed Lukaku out the door. I don't think they're trying to have another, nine.
This is where I stop you. This is where I stop you, though. Big up to Ali Jason with the super chat. Assalamu alaikum. Big up to you, alaikum salam. Brothers, great stream as always. Big up to everybody. Nearly 1,000 people watching. Like I said, man, keep smashing the likes up on the video. Make sure you follow the two guys in the video right now. But Fuad, though, the point is here, though. Chelsea, when you look at Todd Bowley, he's American, and this is nothing against Americans, but they're thinking franchise player. You know, that kind of like Americanization. Bro, Ronaldo coming to West London, and they get more fans. I'm not saying that they need more fans, but I'm saying more fans, it's a tourist attraction. Bro, this makes sense. For what happened, and Abramovich had a struggle for money, the cash injection that they get from the commercial buy.
Again, you're doing a United thing, though.
But
that's why you lot got him.
Yeah, but you don't understand, though, that this is what Todd Bowley is. He's another Glazer.
No, I agree. Off the pitch, it's a mad call. But on the pitch, it's a dumb move again.
Bro,
it's a dumb move again.
I don't think Tuchel, after getting his finger burnt last year with the big number 9, he's trying to do that again with Ronaldo. How can I? So then the whole question all season will be, how does Tuchel fit Ronaldo into his plans? And for me, I don't think so. I think, it's a Todd Bowley dream, but I think you're in danger of undermining.
You're telling me Tuchel,
and that is not what you want to decline
Ronaldo. You're telling me Tuchel would decline Ronaldo.
I think Tuchel
would.
Okay. They have a false 9 and have Dembooz and Rafinha on the other side. He would rather have that. He wants wingers. That's the profile that I've heard Tuchel say. He wants direct 1v1 wingers who want to take the man on. That's Ronaldo 15 years ago, bro. Not now.
The only thing, the only reason I've made sense of Ronaldo to Chelsea, though, guys, is what's the one thing they lacked last season? A finisher.
Goals,
Ronaldo is still, if you give him a chance, the problem is he can't create a chance now anymore out of his own. He might check before people.
He's a finisher.
He ain't got the mobility to chance to go wide, cut in, create chances. The odd shot, bang, he will do it. But as a finisher, he's still cold-blooded. He's a cold-blooded finisher. That will never go from his game. But everything else is anti Tuchel. You know why? Because Lukaku was that. And he hated Lukaku in his team. He hated just a man who's going to stay there. He wants Havertz. He wants a better finisher than Havertz.
Yeah, he wants interchange, flowing.
Yeah.
And for me,
but you get my point. Like Havertz profile, but a better finisher.
Havertz is great link up as well. Let's not get it twisted for me. And the way he picks up space as well, I think it's exactly what he wants. He wants Havertz to be the false 9 and to have direct wingers who run off that, in my opinion. For me, I hear what you're saying, but for me, it sounds like a great kind of sales speech for Chelsea to come and pick him up. Todd Bowley can do that, but I think it massively undermines Tuchel, in my opinion.
It does undermine Tuchel, but then there's also that feeling that the striker market isn't great. If they go and get Havertz next season, this is a guy, by the way, that scored 4 goals and I think 11 goals in the 2 seasons been here. Correct me if I'm wrong, people, but he's not a prolific goal scorer. There isn't strikers out there. We will touch on that at the end of the show, but
but just quickly, Saeed, we're saying, Ronaldo's leaving United for ego and to win stuff. He goes Chelsea, and I'm not being I know people are going to say, you're a Spurs fan, but what are Chelsea going to win next season? The Premier League? The Champions League?
No, definitely not. Champions League might be a possibility.
Chelsea should go and blow big bag on Ronaldo, who is not going to pull them any closer to any of those 2 trophies. And so basically, Ronaldo should join Chelsea so he can go and lift the Carabao and FA Cup. The move doesn't make any sense to me, in my opinion. It all just sounds like paper talk. Ronaldo might want out, but if he wants out, I hope he's ready for the MLS or a return to Madrid.
Oh, MLS, he's got time.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean he's got time? I'm seriously.
No, I say he's still got a bit more than the MLS. I think still.
Okay, so
playing in a league.
Okay, let's break it down. He's not going Chelsea. Forget that.
That's okay.
He's not going Chelsea. He's not going Chelsea. I can state it for a fact. Get this clipped up. God knows. Do what you want to me. I'll deactivate if he goes Chelsea. That's how much I know. If he goes Chelsea, Tuchel is gone by Christmas. Tuchel is gone.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that for a fact. If he goes to Chelsea, he won't go back to Madrid. Madrid don't need him.
I think they've moved on a little
bit. Barcelona.
He ain't going Barcelona. He ain't going Barcelona. 100%. So when Napoli, go on.
No. Continue, sir.
No, go on. I don't know. I'm struggling. So go on, help me.
I should remember he's ducking MLS because there's papers out for him. And
But apparently he's been
he's
what do we call it?
So I want to know
read these super chats.
I want to know which real club. Yeah, read the super chats because I'm trying to think.
Big up to
people
Josh.
Help me. Where's he going?
Yeah, let us know in the comments, people. Let us know. Josh Shah says, if he leaves, I could not care less. I think personally he will stay, but let's wait and see. Listen, I've joined that club. Let's wait and see, FC, man. Big up to Jim Jam Game says, Ronaldo isn't leaving to win. He's leaving because he lost a dressing room dispute and isn't being given captaincy. It's pure ego, not ambition. Nah, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that one. For me, it's a case of him wanting to win, but it's not a case of he knew that Man United weren't going to win. It's his own self. Like, he's self-obsessed. This guy is a natural winner. And for me, you can't buy that. And that's why he's thinking, you know what? I think I've got a couple of years left in me. And that's why he's thinking, you know what? Maybe another stage I can do something somewhere else. PSG, I don't think that will happen because Mbappe controls everything. And I don't think Mbappe would want...
They did Avengers Assemble last year, and you missed that boat, brother. They ain't running that back. They've got a new vision now. They've just sacked Poch. They bring in Gaultier in. Ronaldo's not going there. I'm sorry. So for me, this becomes a question again. Where does Ronaldo go? And if he doesn't have any options, you're stuck with him another year.
But if he stays,
I don't think that's a good thing for Ten Hag, though. I don't think that's a good thing.
It's a horrible thing for a
horrible
coach.
Situation. Yeah.
You got a player that is the face of your club, the main man, right, at your club, and he doesn't want to be there. By all reports, before people say, is that fact? We don't know. So people are saying I'm talking like facts. I know I'm not. I'm giving my opinion. So if by the reports that we're reading suggest that he doesn't want to be there anymore, he wants to leave, and he's forced to leave, like Fuad says, forced to stay for a new coach that's trying to
You know how much wages he's on? He's on nearly 500 grand a week. He's on 450 grand a week.
I swear after missing Champions League, though, that gets deducted by like 25.
He got deducted. He got deducted. But I still believe that on a 350 grand a week, whatever that was deducted, but he would still take that out of Man United.
Sporting Lisbon.
Nah, but it's a wages. Grizz, it's wages. Chelsea can afford the wages.
Okay, check this one out. Check this one out.
510.
I would rate that. If he did that, I'd rate that.
Yeah. Check this one out. If he is not about the ego and not about everything that I've accused him of, just accusations, I've got no proof. Go to one of these clubs, lessen your wages that they can afford you because you don't need money anymore. And I mean, you could fund a third world country, right? So you don't need money. Go and play for your home club for the last couple of years, big them up, raise their profile. No one's going to disagree with you there. Bro. No one's going to fight you for the captaincy there. No one's going to say, oh, Ronaldo split the camp here. You will be king of kings in Sporting Lisbon.
Are we not underestimating George Mendes? Are we not?
Bro,
this is a man that's always done jobs.
Grizz was splitting there because they got Champions League as well. You got to remember they won the title last year and they just got dethroned. So what better way than Ronaldo comes home, help us win the crown back? Bro, I'm with that. I'm with that. And if it's all about winning, you can go and win silverware there. If it's not about ego and all of this, I think Sporting Lisbon is a move. That's a shout. But it's a matter of, is he willing to take that wage cut? Is he willing to take that step down? I don't know about that. But what I was going to say quickly, though, Grizz, I don't think it's as bad if under Ten Hag if he stays, because I think Ten Hag will have massive teething issues, will need time to get his system in. I think there's going to be such a long period. It might be a blessing to have Ronaldo there because you can almost have a scapegoat to let those other things work in the background. He has basically another 2 windows to build.
You want Man United to be a shambles again, don't you?
Ronaldo's contract runs out next summer.
I hear what you're saying.
Now he's free to build. Now it's like, okay, now Ten Hag gets a free run. But he's also had like a little mini 12-month pre-season.
Who do you think the club believe next season? If we're on a bad run, who's going to get the brunt of the issue? It's going to be the manager. Ronaldo. And I'm sorry, Ten Hag won't want
100%. It'll be Ronaldo.
Either in, no, I don't think so. This fan base, man, they glorify Ronaldo, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
This guy.
How they turned on him?
They haven't turned on him, Fuad. They haven't. The majority of the fan base are making excuses for him. They haven't turned on him. That's how deluded
you know where my stance is? Yeah. Let me just read these super chats here.
And I'm saying this on the Man United channel. I don't give a shit if I'm getting cooked.
No, it's calm. Don't worry.
No, but you know me, I don't care.
Yeah. Big up to Hitukuri. You don't get Ronaldo's level without mentality. And someone saying here, Jay says CR7 to Bayern. I don't think so. With what we're going to talk about in a minute, I think they're going to spend the money on that one. My thing is, yeah, I've got nothing against Ronaldo. So tell you what my biggest problem is that I just want to know, are you in or you out? Because I don't want this manager to fail, man. This is the manager we've got now.
Saeed, let me stop you right there. You're a United fan. You follow United day and night, home and away, everything, everywhere, right? If you don't know the answer to that yet, I think that's mad.
I know.
Do you get what I'm saying? The season, you got a new coach that's just come in, and he needs the support of his senior superstars. I get what Fuad's saying. Like if he stays,
he needs Ronaldo, by the way. He needs
the
Ronaldo
worst thing for United
season.
if he stays. But they need a motivated Ronaldo who wants to be there and help this coach make his club, Ronaldo's club, glory again. Come back to the glory days. They need a fully motivated, yes, I'm here. Make a statement and stay there. Don't be sending your agent and making statements via your agent to every club.
Yeah, he's basically like, a lot of people are saying it's a girl that nobody wants. It's that kind of like, I don't know. It's just getting a bit like, it's a bit of a weird one with Ronaldo.
That's been everywhere. That's why, man.
That's the one. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. My thing is, I just want Ronaldo. I just want the situation to be dealt with. If Ronaldo stays, cool. If Ronaldo wants to go, please go. I'm not begging Ronaldo to stay. There are maybe Ronaldo fanboys out there, or Ronaldo people who support Ronaldo no matter what. I'm not that kind of person. I'm club first. For me, go and get a striker. But the problem is, Fuad, there isn't nobody out there. I had a chat on the group chat. People saying to me, take Dybala. I say, nah, man. That's another one, man. That's another mercenary. That's another player who, for me, is about himself. I don't want that, man. I want someone who's going to come into the system and thrive into it. Dybala, for me, 3-4 years ago, I would have took Dybala, but not now. Injury prone. He's missed 16 games last season, and he missed 23 games the other season. I'm sorry. Cut me out with this Dybala talk, man. He's going to be on high wages again. It's the same old problems. We're meant to be turning a new leaf. Them kind of profile of players, I'm sorry, man. I'm not with it anymore. I'm not. It's up to you.
Well, for me, personally, I would never go for Dybala. I've said, even as a Spurs fan, I'll stay away from him for years. I said, for me, too injury prone, too inconsistent, in my opinion. And is one of these, I don't know, I just feel like players that Twitter gasses up because he's like a little cute Argentine number 10 who does wears his socks low, and I don't know. People just seem to have this affection towards him, and I don't get it personally. I think he's a nice player, but what is his best position? Is it a 10? Is it a 9? Or like, what is his standout attribute? Like, I don't know, in all honesty. So for me, Dybala, purely based on his injury record.
Talent. Oh, come on, man. He's unbelievable. But come on.
For me, I don't know why you lot, if Ronaldo, you lot are saying you don't want him out the door, and you're saying there's a lack of 9s. Bruv, there's one that wants out of Bayern. Proven. Done.
Come on, man. You're gassing me up, man. You're gassing me up. You're not going to Europa League. Lewandowski. Nah, man. You gassing me up, man. Big up to everybody who's watching. Yeah.
This is I saw Cam tweet this morning as well. Like, this is really, really the first window where that Fergie Paul, United heritage, all them tokens you lot used to drop to overpay players, it's not gonna run this year, man. It ain't gonna run no matter what. So, boy, it's gonna be. It might have to be the reality of Ronaldo staying, and we're just gonna have to suck it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to everybody watching, man. Nearly 1.3k in the building. Make sure, guys, not even 250 likes, man. You guys disgrace, innit? That's all I say to people, innit? If you don't like the video,
it must be me. Look, I like Ronaldo. Like the video, innit? Ronaldo's great. Like the video.
You know what I mean? Like, all you gotta do is like the video, people. It's not hard, man. And subscribe to everybody's channel, man. We're just giving you content out here, man. You know what I'm saying? But for me, the striker market right now is. I
don't agree with that either. I was listening to you and I didn't want to interrupt.
In what sense? What did I say?
It's all about scouting and networking. I don't think there's a lack of strikers. There's lack of. You have to be something. You have to be brave.
You'd say.
Yeah, okay, but what's world class to us, though, isn't it? It's like.
No, I don't want a world class player.
It's all about Fuad. They're in a position. They're not in a position to buy a world class striker.
Yeah.
They're in a position, or they have to find the next world class striker, And so there's plenty of
I want
options to find the next.
Scamacca. I want
So
Scamacca, me.
I'm just giving examples of Osimhen is the next world class striker. Scamacca potentially could be the next world class striker. I mean, Gori could be the next. You have to find a star. You have to rely on your
TK,
technical, your what do you call it, man? Scouting network, which obviously you haven't got. Because at the moment you're just jumping from target to target willy-nilly. There doesn't seem to be a system in place that you know what kind of, so you have a position and then you have 4 or 5 options in that position. You lot are stuck on Eriksen, Frankie de Jong, and that low, what's his name? The defender, Martinez.
Martinez, yeah.
Lisandro Martinez.
Lisandro, yeah. He's still 50-50.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
That's like it's almost like you didn't bank on Ronaldo leaving, and this is my original point. Ronaldo should have communicated with you nicely from early and said, go find yourself a new striker because I'm out of here.
True. That's actually
well, we'll see. We'll see, man. I don't know, man. I want to touch on a bit of a Ligt news, man. Ligt, apparently Bayern Munich have hijacked it and gone in for him. Chelsea have missed out on him. Fuad, man, Chelsea missing out on a few targets now. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with the Sterling situation, but they miss out on Ligt. Is that a blow? Because I feel like that was their kind of maybe a number 1 target, man.
I don't know, bruv. I feel like this Chelsea fans hyping Ligt. And listen, I'm a big Ligt fan, but just proves again that a lot of men don't watch Serie A football, bruv. Because for me, I think the entire time Ligt's been at Juve, he's been underwhelming. He was meant to be like a guy who comes and takes over from Bonucci. He's got the young ball playing. He's got the aggressiveness of Chiellini about him. And to be honest, bruv, he's gone missing in a lot of big games. He's been inconsistent. He's had big games where he's kind of gone and had big errors, red cards, penalties given. I'm like, bro, I don't know why. If I'm Ligt, I will try and stay and right those wrongs, in my opinion. Now Chiellini's officially left. You go and fill those boots full time, in my opinion. This move to Chelsea or whatever, nah, not for me. Chelsea, I'm glad they don't get him, but I think if Bayern hijack that move, that makes more sense for me. I think Bayern's one of those clubs that elite players almost move there out of comfort, if that makes sense. Yeah. You're guaranteed a league title, you're guaranteed a late run in the Champions League and some good wages, and you're gonna on SofaScore, you're gonna put up at 8.5 every week because you're batting man up 4 or 5 or 6 nils.
You get good FIFA ratings as well.
Yeah, bro. So it's like really and truly, it's a comfy move, if that makes sense. I think after the time he's had at Juve, if I'm going to leave that mess at Juve that I've kind of had there, I'm going to go somewhere comfortable like the Bundesliga. I ain't going to try and go where the Sharks are at Chelsea, where the aim is to now catch up to Chelsea and Liverpool. And I'm going to basically be Rudiger's replacement, who you've seen the massive impact he's had the last 18 months. I don't know, bruv. You already struggled filling them man's boots. Now you want to come fill Rudiger's. Stay at Juve is my first option. Second option, go to Bayern. There's no need for the Chelsea move.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Grizz, man? Are Chelsea in a bit of sticky situation? You pay 50 million for Nathan Ake, or that's what I think Man City want, apparently, or you go and get Ligt for 80 million. Which one would you go for?
I think Ligt's a wonderful centre back. I think he's stalled, but people still forget he's 22 still.
Yeah, young.
That's mad.
Nowhere near his peak, bro.
He's played a lot of football at the highest level already. Leader, warrior. I'll take him at Liverpool. That's how much I rate him. Okay. Honestly, I take him at Liverpool. That's how much I rate him. I hope he doesn't go to Chelsea. I think Chelsea are a sinking ship.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. You know my views on Chelsea. I think they're in for a sticky couple of seasons, and the real Chelsea fans know that.
Yeah, but he knows that.
I don't know if Chelsea is a good move for his career at all. That's what I'm just saying. I think Bayern Munich is one of those moves for him.
It's a kind of a safe move, innit? It's a safe move, innit?
But it's on the level of Juve, to institutions of their countries. So I can see that happening. I can see why he's allowed Chelsea. People are saying, "Oh no, there's no." I've seen Chelsea fans tell me, "No, he ain't got a preference." I don't know what world you're living in. I don't know what world you're living in. If you really think that money-wise, Chelsea are going to give him the more money. If they're going to throw the wedge at him, Bayern ain't going to pay him what Chelsea are offering him. Bayern ain't going to give the fee to Juve, which could be the problem. What Chelsea are willing to pay. So that's the reason why he might still choose Chelsea. But if they come even reasonably close, then yeah, of course he's going to agree in terms of Bayern, man, 100%. You know what I mean? Again, it's one of those situations like Frankie de Jong don't really want to go to Man United.
Please, I'm tired of that Frankie de Jong situation.
He don't really want to go.
That's why I don't want to talk about it in the stream, man. It's just jarring, man.
De Ligt went to Chelsea. De Ligt went to Juve because he was classed as one of those. He's going to be the classical defender of the next decade in the mold of the Bonucci. He's going to be the new Bonucci. Yeah, ball playing centre half, upright, pure bad man. But Juve had a lot of problems and issues, and he's suffered as a result. Maybe he needs to revive. I hear what Fuad's saying. Stay there and revive and make it work, especially now that they've retired.
Yeah.
But I think they need to sell someone or something. I don't know. Someone was saying Juve, a little bit of sticky situation.
They sell Sule. So they need centre back. It depends on not Theo Hernandez. The other one, his brother. They got Hernandez. They've got Upamecano, who I still don't rate.
Trousers. They're the pants, man. Both of them. Sule and Upamecano.
Yeah, it's a disaster. Yeah, I know. So it just depends on it where he wants his preference in it. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's one of them situations. But I want to touch on the Eriksen, because you're a Tottenham man. You know what I mean? I hear Danny Murphy chatting absolute bollocks, man. I'm sorry, Grizz, man. I know he's a Liverpool legend up there, but
he's not a Liverpool legend. He's low blow.
You know what I mean? For that goal he scored, didn't it? The 2 goals at Old Trafford, man. He's a Liverpool legend, apparently. Because 2 goals at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? 1 goal hype, man. It's mad. You know what I'm saying? But
2 goal hype in 2 seasons. Both winners. Both free kicks.
Both winners. Yeah, it hurt me, man. It hurt me. Danny Murphy, man. Honestly, man. For me, I actually liked him as a player. He was all right. Decent player. But to say that Eriksen doesn't improve, you know what I mean, Man United, and the way he was talking down on it, man. I want to hear the Spurs man's. What?
About Eric?
You got the same opinion?
Bro, I put it this way. When Danny Murphy was saying that, I was like, I hear him. Because for me, in all honesty...
What was he saying? I don't know. Fill me in.
So I think he said, firstly, is Eriksen world class? No. And then he said...
The report knew what he was doing. Jim White knew what he was asking there.
And then he said, I think, does Eriksen improve Man United? No. And then it's... So for me, that's where I think he went wrong a little bit. I think he does improve United. But for me, I don't think Eriksen alone can change that midfield around. Eriksen alone doesn't... All of a sudden, United aren't going to play creative free-flowing football. If you get Eriksen and De Jong, now you're making a little bit more of a difference. But I don't know, man. For me, I think Eriksen joining United, in my honest opinion, and it's not because he's saying no to Spurs, or I don't think we've even actually made it.
You weren't in for him. You weren't in for
I
him,
thought he should have stayed at Brentford, with the club that kind of gave him the opportunity and the chance to come back in, play in the Premier League, stay with them 1 more year. If they get relegated, then go and get your big money move. But I don't know. United seems like a weird situation right now. Nobody really wants to go there. If I'm him, I will sit back and wait to see who signs before I sign. There should be
He's gonna come. He's gonna come. You know why he comes? Because for him, he knows he's getting into the Denmark squad. He's the Denmark savior. He's the captain of Denmark. Whether he plays or not, Eriksen is playing in the Denmark squad, and people can say he is playing. Like, listen, there's no question of that. For me, he adds quality to the squad. I think Ten Hag understands this is a cultural signing. This is someone that's going to change and adapt the way he wants to play. It's going to be a signing for me that changes the philosophy of how we're going to play in the future. No more sideways passing. There's forward-thinking passing now. There's an element of flair. There's an element of technique involved now. We have to have technical ballers, and we lost Mata, we lost Lingard, we lost Pogba, we lost Matic. That's 4 midfielders. Whether you think about the quality is rubbish and inconsistent, whether you're not, we have to put in quality. And for me, it's quantity with a bit of class. And that's my whole situation. So I think for me, you know, I don't know why he was thinking like that, Danny Murphy. Any other club, would he have said that, yes or no?
I think I misquoted him as well. He didn't ask if he improve United. So let me quote him correctly. He said, is Christian Eriksen world class? No. Will he bring United closer to City or Liverpool? Nowhere near it. Would I be excited as a United fan? I'd be underwhelmed by it. I don't think he said anything wrong there. Like, if you're a United fan and you're underwhelmed by that signing,
I think that's the only one. I think that's the
no
only
United
one.
fan should feel this underwhelming. I don't.
Does
I
he
don't know.
go to City or Liverpool?
I agree with that one.
Is he world class right now?
I get that question of Fuad. Is it necessary though?
For all three questions, he's technically said nothing wrong.
No,
Really.
but Jim White knew what he was doing.
I think he's world class.
There you go then.
Grizz, when you right now sit the top 5 attacking midfielders in the world, are you sitting Eriksen at that table?
No.
He's top
Okay,
class.
okay, world class only top 5. Okay, fair enough.
There's
top
a little
class,
bit of
he's a top class
the
midfielder.
heart issue.
Okay, if you're saying top 5, no. If you're saying top 10, I'm saying yes. So it depends what's our criteria for world class. I think
he's top class.
elite.
I don't think he's world class. He's top class because he doesn't do it consistently. But you know, he's
Eriksen's a
he's a baller. He's not world class. I love my doggy.
I think top 5's elite. I think you're strict on the criteria. Top 5 is elite.
This is how it used to be. Twitter and all this in the floodgates. We gotta make it right again.
I hear you. But I disagree. I totally agree. He doesn't bring any closer to Man City, Liverpool. And about Man United underwhelming again. They ain't got that.
I guess can't be choosers, man.
They ain't got that choice anymore, man.
Nah, man. You know me, Grizz, yeah? I'm one of a few fans that I've come to my sense now. I've come to my realization.
It took its
Man
time.
United, yeah, it's took its time. You know what I mean? We got a bit giddy last season, but I realized where we're at. We're not that club anymore that can feel like we can go get this player, X, Y, Z. And we're not that club that should think that. There was a guy that came under my mentions. He said, Eriksen's, yeah, but he's right, though. Eriksen's not a good signing. We should be catching Liverpool and Man City. I said, hold on a minute. Are you kidding me? Catching 30, 40 points? How many ever points in about last 5 seasons? You have to crawl before you can walk. And that's all it is, people. I've come to my senses that Eriksen is good for what we need now in terms of getting it back into the top 4, creating a new identity, creating a new culture of playing, a new style of playing. I'm sorry, man. We're not Liverpool and Man City anymore. Right now, we have to look at getting into the top 4, creating an identity, and then going from there, man, step by step, United fans, man. You know what I mean? You're not going to go get the best players. We're struggling to go get De Jong because he's almost thinking, is it the right move for me? So
but saying all that, Eriksen on a free. If I was a United fan,
come on, man,
I'd be gassed. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. Hear me out now. So this is what United fans thinking. United fans think I'm just pure. Everything they're doing is fuckery. No, I can make sense of the left back, as I've said, because it's a no risk. He could turn out to be a little gem for you, or he could give Shaw a boost. And then with Eriksen on a free, I agree with you, Saeed, about he brings a footballing culture. He's professional. He's no drama, no social media controversies. He's going to just train, play football, and improve the quality of your squad in terms of technical quality, which you lacked, especially in the midfield area. My only qualm would be if Frankie de Jong's come in as well. How are you playing this? Like, where are you playing this formation? I don't get this formation.
I'll leave that for the manager. I'll leave that for the manager, and that's the main kind of thing to do, man. You know what I mean? That's a go on.
Can I just ask one small question? Yeah, because I'm hearing technical ability, set pieces, professional, experienced head. What is Eriksen bringing that Mata didn't bring already? And you guys just into the side. I'm just asking.
He was a pensioner, Mata. Lingard was
maybe
no. I hear that. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I don't think Mata was utilized anywhere near enough in the last.
He's Mata with legs.
That's what I was going to say, Fuad. That's what I was going to say. Mata came under Ole.
But Mata played like he was 35 for the last 5 seasons. Like, I'm not trying to discredit Mata. Mata was a quality player. But he's Mata with legs, though. He's Mata with, I would say, playing maybe 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, Mata Mata's legs were gone. He's
also under a progressive coach, Ten Hag, which we know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't. And that's key.
Yeah,
I think Ten Hag will have a plan for Eriksen,
and I will agree. Eriksen definitely does have more running in him than because to come back to the heart thing, to go in that Brentford side, that is a high pressing, high running side as well. Yeah, he's definitely got more of a tank than him for sure.
Absolutely. What's Tottenham on, man? What's Tottenham on? Is you got your place. Anyone out there? What's happened to this Jed Spence? This championship signing should have not took that long, man. Let's be real, man. From a guy who's coming from championship to Premier League, what's going on?
It's because we've been too busy blowing 60 massive smackaroonies on Everton's best player. And
Richarlison,
that we're basically making the lifetime of a signing on a player who won't be able to basically displace Kane or Son, which are arguably his two best positions in left wing and up front. Because if you're going to tell me we spent 60 million for someone to compete with Kulusevski on the right wing, I'm not having it. And the thing is a lot of people think I'm mad at the signing. I'm not mad at the signing. I think Richarlison is exactly kind of what we needed as a backup. But for me, it's that price that we're paying there. And Spurs fans have tried to kind of throw at me like, yo, Liverpool spent 40 million on a squad option in Jota. And I'm like, but yeah, they signed him knowing he's a squad option. They signed him not expecting the goals he was going to get.
I didn't really like that.
Wasn't produced it. And if we're going to hold him to the Jota measuring stick, please, Richarlison, if you get me 15 league goals next season, I'll keep quiet. But for me, I don't think 60 million for me says to me, that's going to be a heavy weight around his shoulders, in my opinion.
Fuad, Toby came for me. Yeah, Toby came for me. So he knows Toby.
Bro, he was coming for me on Wednesday.
He's coming for everyone now, man. This Toby, I'm not gonna lie, it's pissing me off, man.
Yeah. No, we're gonna deal with the matter. Don't worry. Long season.
Long season. That's
what I say. Long season. That's what I say, bro. I say that to Militao as well from Arsenal. You know what I mean? When he's doing that.
Yeah. Listen, that man there, bro. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, go on. Go on. No, go on.
What I was going to say was, for me, what the issue I was having with Tobes on, what I was saying was, 60 million, and we're spending it on, a lot of Spurs fans are justifying it as he's proven in the Premier League and he's Everton's best player. And I'm like, it's not hard to be Everton's best player. And 10 to 13 goals is not proven, in my opinion. He's a good player, but it's not proven. And it's not 60 million's worth of player. Then they're saying that's the market. For me, I don't think that's the market. I don't look at Richarlison and think that's a 60 million player. I don't know if he's a striker. I don't know if he's a winger. What is Richarlison?
I think it's 60 million.
What I said was
a good finisher.
No,
he's a good finisher.
I said this is Toby. He's not. He's not a good finisher.
Is Richarlison's movement elite like that? So for me, I don't know Richarlison, what his standard attribute. What his standard attribute?
He causes.
There it is. Havoc, nuisance, runs around.
I'm not finished.
Midfielder. 60 million forward. And we're naming defensive attributes.
Chill. Let me just explain what Richarlison give you. He's going to give you goals, yeah?
Can I say something? Shut up, he's going to give you goals. Don't start, like, what are you doing?
Why are you hating on him, man? Two guys that are hating on him. Let me just bring some balance in the argument.
No, I'm not hating on him. Let me finish and then you end it because it's your show. I'm not going to say nothing else.
Right.
I said, and the reason why I want to say it now is because Fuad, you asked Fuad the question. Why isn't Jed Spence? What's his name? Jed Spence. DJ Spence. Yeah. I keep calling him DJ Spence. People have been running me up for that. Right? But listen. What I'm saying is, you asked him the question, and my ears pricked up. You said, "Man, come on, man. You need to wrap up this championship defender. You need to wrap up this deal, whatever."
Give respect to the championship, by the way.
No. I'm just saying. This was the words, and Fuad replied, because we were busy paying 60 million for Richarlison, whatever you think of Richarlison. What was my point to Toby, Fuad? My point to Toby was, if you've spent 60 million and I don't see him scoring more than 15 goals, and I went brave. I said 15 goals and assists in the Premier League, yeah? Right? If you're buying him for 60 million and it's to the detriment of other places in your squad, then I think it's not a good signing. If you've still got funds to go big on Jed Spence and make sure you pay him and secure him, and then you buy another centre-back that doesn't hurt your pocket, so you're not going to go for a cheaper option. You see where I'm going with these people. So imagine you're going for, imagine you're going for Ligt and he's 60 million, but because of you've overspent on my brother, the pigeon.
Bro, it's happening. We went from Bastoni and now we got Lenglet.
This is my point. So if it's because of the budget,
Lenglet's underwhelming, man. I'm not gonna lie. Shock, man.
Let me land. If it's because of the budget that you've blown on Richarlison, right? Yeah. Then I think it's a bad buy. if you had to settle for Lenglet because of the funds, if you have to settle for Jed Spence or someone cheaper, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Can I just say, by the way, I think for me, before I was talking then, he gives you goals. He's a player who, for me, I think is a Conte type player. I think that you have to put that into question. He's a Conte type player. I think for me, rotation is a key aspect because you don't want a burnout Harry Kane. Also, the injuries of Son in this last few seasons have been far more greater than people that anticipated. Because of the player he is, he's very agile. You're thinking you wouldn't think Son is an injury prone player, but he's become that all of a sudden lately. And I think for me, he's someone that I don't think he doesn't need time to get into games. He's not that person that needs time to adapt. He comes in there. He's a very, very impactful player as well that you're gonna need from the bench. And I just think, like, for me, 60 million maybe is extortionate in this market. I absolutely agree with that. But for what he's giving you, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think that's the right price. I genuinely do because I think he's gonna give you a lot more than you think.
I think the only thing I agree there is he's definitely a Conte type player. Conte said he wants to kill his players on the training ground. He wants guys who are basically dogs. And that's one thing I'll give him. He's definitely a dog. Like, he will fight and run himself into the ground for this team. But for me, I would have expected him to want more of himself than to be just a squad role for Spurs this year, especially considering World Cup is around the corner. Yeah, considering Jesus has just gone to the other side of North London. If now Jesus is putting up 10-12 by Christmas, you've just lost your number 9 shirt, mate, because you wanted to play second fiddle to Harry Kane. So for me, it's, listen, we've spent the money and I hope he can come in, contribute and prove me wrong. But the way I see it, I don't see this as a sensible move, to be honest. I think we've overspent on a squad player who, for me, you're saying he brings goals, but he's got those 10, 13 goals that we're saying is good in a guaranteed over 33 games per season, bro. And people will say, yeah, it's a poor Everton squad. Everton were only poor last year, bro. Before that, when they were signing guys like Iwobi, Delph, and all of that, when they were having them, people saying, yo, Everton are still coming. Every time people are talking about players need to make that move.
So the premise of your argument, so I'm guessing the premise of your argument is that you would have seen that money spent
for a squad player.
You've overpaid. Yeah. Okay. No, that's a fair argument. I think that's a fair argument.
When he doesn't score, when he goes on dry spells, when he misses those big chances, guess what? Every pundit is going to beat him with. This is what they spent 60 million for. So when Kane is missing and Richarlison comes in and he's not able to deliver that or replicate that same type of play, people are like, who's this Lucas Moura 2.0? Because as Spurs fans, bro, we've seen this guy who we pay big money for, but he does around the doggies and the work rate. Lamela, Moura. We've seen this act before. So for me, Spurs fans, all I'm saying to Spurs fans is don't get too gassed. Do not start overinflating this guy's profile just because we spent 60 million and then 6 months into the season, you're calling him a bonehead and saying all this guy does is run around. Just calm. That's all I'm
absolutely. Saying. Yeah. No, you're right, man. It's about having that kind of that you're preserving your judgment until you see it as well. I think for me that's fair as well, But I look at it. I think you'll get value for the player. I genuinely do. I think he's that sort of player that I just don't think he flops, man. Watford, he did absolutely unbelievable. When you look at they bought him for 50 million, didn't they? Come on, man. He played decent for Watford, man. He made a name for himself. Obviously Watford fans won't like him after the way he kind of left, maybe, but. He named Everton. I think he's done himself, carried himself well. He's a part of the Brazil squad. He's integral to the Brazil squad. So listen, I'm gonna end on the super chat here from Tommy. It says Conte is clearly iffy about Spence. Conte I agree with that. Everyone Conte has come cheap ASAP. Spence sounds like he's Levy signing rather than Conte signing. Listen, the reason why I was talking about the championship is that I thought it would have been easier to maybe sort that deal out first rather than all the deals that you've kind of done. But maybe Middlesbrough are holding out for their fee. But listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. 1.5k, man, record numbers, man. Listen, Fuad, man. The return of Fuad. You know what I mean? We up the levels, man. So listen, Fuad. Big up to you. Big up to everybody who's watching, man. I did say to, you know what I mean? Mimi said, hey, we didn't pay 50 million for him to leave. We made profit on him, though. All right, yeah. There you go, man. Watford's finest. Big up Mimi. You know what I'm saying to you. But in terms of the actual show, I've enjoyed it, people. Lots of different opinions. You get me? Like I said to you, keep supporting my channel. Keep supporting Grizz, keep supporting Fuad Kodani, man. Like I said to you, this is a community, people. So make sure you guys support the channels. Link in the description. You, man, got anything going on? You want to say anything? Grizz, you go with you first.
No, I'm gonna have a couple of days off, man. Nothing to go on with Liverpool, but I'm gonna come back to
cool.
the Daily Grizz. Yeah.
All right,
But
cool,
still
cool. Yeah.
subscribe
We
if
got
you
we got a
haven't.
game
GrizzCon
on
TV.
Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday we got a game in it or something. I think
We got
Manchester
next Sunday or
Tuesday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So soon. So we'll see how your it's gonna be mainly kids and squad players. Obviously, going to be playing. None of the big dogs are going to be there, but still, it'll be good
Yeah.
to. It would be good to still smash you on every level.
Well, there you go, then, innit? You know what I'm saying to you. But yeah, man, big up to you. Make sure you follow GrizzCon TV. Fuad, man, you got anything going on, bro?
I'm actually doing a stream with Tobes tonight, bro. So yeah, if you want to
There
hear
you
me
go.
shout out Richarlison some more, tune in tonight.
Yep, there you go, people, man. So make sure you go follow them, people. Make sure you like the video on your way out. Like I said to you, we've had 1.5k there. I did ask for 500 likes. If you don't get 500 likes, I always say, man, disgrace in it. Shame on you, man. So big up, people. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Rivals Talk, man. We're out. Take care.